Good morning, students. So in this session we are going to start the next topic, that is median. We are on chapter number 15, statistics. In median we are going to study the two group. First is ungrouped data. So let us understand what do we mean by ungrouped data. Suppose that x1, x2 up to xn are n observation of ungrouped data and m is their median. Now, if n is odd, then m equal to n plus 1 by 2 observation. If n is even, then median can be calculated using the formula value of n by 2 observation plus value of n by 2 plus 1 observation whole divided by 2. So these two formulas is when the data is ungrouped. Next is for group data. In group data again we have two, that is discrete frequency distribution, and next is median for a group or continuous frequency distribution. Then let x1, x2 up to xk be n observation with frequency f1, f2 up to fk respectively. To find the median, the cumulative frequency are obtained. So first step is to calculate the cumulative frequency, then the frequency distribution. From frequency distribution, first step is to calculate the cumulative frequency, then we identify the observation whose cumulative frequency is equal or just greater than n plus 1 by 2 observation. Also, here n is summation of fi. The value of the observation is the required median. The next is median of group data, or it is for continuous frequency distribution. To find a median of a group frequency distribution, again first step is to find the cumulative frequency that is to be obtained from the frequency distribution. Then we see that the cumulative frequency is just greater than n by 2 and then determine the corresponding class. So this class is called the median class. After finding the median class, we use a formula m equal to L plus n by 2 minus Cf upon F into C. So this formula already we have learnt in the lower class, that is 10th standard. So we'll make use of this formula. What is L? L is called the lower limit of the median. N, what is N? It is the number of the observation or summation of FIs. Capital F, or we can say cumulative frequency CF, it is a cumulative frequency of a class preceding the class in which the median lies. And small f is the frequency of the median class. Here C is the length of the class interval of the class in which the median lies. Right. Now, next formula is to find the average deviation about the median. So, to find the average deviation about the median, the symbol is delta m is equal to summation of mod of xi minus n divided by n. So, this is for the ungrouped data. To find the median, that is the average deviation about the median for ungrouped data, we'll use this formula. For group data, the average deviation about the median m is given by the formula sigma fi into mod of xi minus m divided by n. Is it clear? Now, we'll see some of the question based on median. In that first question is to find the average deviation about the median of the following data. The data is 3, 9, 5, 3, 12, 10, 18, 4, 7, 19 and 21. So first step is to calculate the median. Here you can see the data which is given is ungrouped data. So first step is to arrange the observation in increasing order. So when we arrange the data, we get 3, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, 12, 18, 19 and 21. And the total number of the observation is 11, which is odd, right? So if n is odd, median is the value of n plus 1 by 2 observation. So value of 11 plus 1 divided by 2 is the 12th observation divided by 2 gives the 6th observation. Again when we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So at 6th position it is value 9. Therefore the median is 9. So now the next step is to calculate the average deviation about median. So first column you can see it is a increasing order of observation, and next column is xi minus m. M is what in the, we have already calculated the value of m as 9. So we'll find and we'll take the absolute value. So we get 3 minus 9 is 6, 3 minus 9 is 6, 4 minus 9 is 5, and so on. After calculating this whole column, we'll do the total of this whole column, and the summation is 58. So according to the formula, delta m equal to sigma mod of xi minus m divided by n. So 58 divided by 11 is 5.27. So in this way we can solve the median and the average deviation about the median for the ungrouped data. Now the next question is, find the average deviation about the median for the following frequency distribution. First column is xi, second column is for fi, right? Your first step is to check whether the frequency distribution is given is in increasing order or not. So yes, it is in the increasing order. So next step is to calculate CF. CF means what? First frequency distribution write as it is, then 3 plus 4 is 7, 7 plus 5 is 12, 12 plus 2 is 14, 14 plus 4 is 18, 18 plus 5 is 23, 23 plus 4 is 27, 27 plus 3 is 30, right? So here 30 is our n is 30, right? So we'll calculate median value of n by 2 plus 1 observation. So value of 15.5 observation is 13, right? Now we'll calculate the average deviation about the median. So for that we have to make a new column xi minus m. So 3 minus 13 is minus 10, but we'll take a modulus of it, so we get a plus sign. Then 6 minus 13 is 7, mod of minus 7 is 7, 9 minus 13 is minus 4, modulus of that will give you 4, 12 minus 13 is minus 1, but modulus of it will give you 1, 13 minus 13 is 0, 15 minus 13 is 2, 21 minus 13 is 8, 22 minus 13 will give you 9. Then this column is multiplied with the second column and we'll find fi into mod of xi minus m. So 3 into 10 30, 4 into 7 28, 5 into 4 20, 2 into 1 2, 4 into 0 is 0, 5 into 2 is 10, 4 into 8 is 32, 3 into 9 is 27. Total of this will give us 149. After doing the addition, we can calculate the average deviation using a formula delta m equal to sigma fi into mod of xi minus m divided by n. So 149 divided by 30 is 4.966. Now the next question is to find the average deviation about the median for the following frequency distribution. Class and frequency 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. Frequency is 6, 7, 15, 16, 4 and 2. Right? So first we'll write it in a tabular form, class, frequency. So first we'll find the mid value, 0 plus 10 divided by 2 gives 5. Then we'll see the difference is of 10, 10. So we'll go on adding 10, 10 and we'll get whole exercise. Right? Next step is to calculate the cumulative frequency that is obtained from the frequency table, 6 as it is. Then 6 plus 7, 13. 13 plus 15, 28. 15 plus 16, 44. 44 plus 4, 48. 48 plus 2 gives 50. Right? Now here, as you can see, it is a continuous frequency distribution. So for such type of question, we'll make use of the formula of median m equal to L plus n by 2 minus Cf upon f into C. So here n is what? 50. So we get 50 divided by 2, that is 25. 25 will lie in the column, this column, right? So the lower boundary will be 20, Cf is 13 and f is 15. So this is your f. This will be your CF, right? Substitute the value. So 20 plus 25 minus 13 divided by 15 into 10 is 20 plus 120 divided by 15. 15 8 is 120. So 20 plus 8 is 28. So the median value is 28. Next we'll draw another column xi minus m. Xi minus m is that 5 minus 28 is 23, but modulus minus 23 will come, but we'll take a modulus of it, so we can write plus sign. 15 minus 28 is 13, 25 minus 28 is minus 3, but modulus of it will give you 3. 35 minus 28, 7. 45 minus 28 is mod of minus 17 is 17. 55 minus 28 is again 27. Then this column is multiplied with frequency, second column, that is 6 into 23, 138. 7 into 13 is 91. 15 into 3 is 45. 16 into 7 is 100. Then 12. 4 into 17, 68. 2 into 27, 54. Addition of this will give 504. Now we have a formula to calculate the median deviation about median. Mean deviation about the median is delta m equal to summation of fi mod of xi minus n divided by n. So 508 divided by 50 is 10.16. So the mean deviation about median is 10.16. Now the next topic is standard deviation. In 1893, the famous statistician Carl Pearson gave the definition of standard deviation. According to him, it is a measure of dispersion. Among all the measure of dispersion, the standard deviation is most important and widely used as a measure of dispersion. Definition is the positive square root of a number that is obtained by dividing the sum of the square of deviation from the mean of observation of a given data by the number of the observation is called standard deviation of the data. Thus, if x bar is the mean of an observation is x1, x2 up to xn, then S is the standard deviation is equal to under root of summation of fi xi minus x bar the whole square divided by n. Right? And if I take a square on both the sides, so we get s square equal to summation of fi into xi minus x bar the whole square divided by n. That is called the variance. Right? Also, we can find the standard deviation using this formula under root of summation of fi into xi square by n minus x bar the whole square. Now, another formula for finding the standard deviation is, let A be the assumed mean and di. What is di? Di is xi minus a and I is from 1 to k. Then standard deviation is s equal to under root of fi di square upon n minus sigma fi di upon n the whole square. Here n is summation of frequency. Right? So this formula, it is for the discrete frequency distribution. Now for continuous frequency distribution, in that first we'll see the direct method. S equal to under root of summation of fi into xi minus x bar the whole square divided by n. Right? Which is equal to, we can use any of the formula. Next formula is under root of summation of fi into xi square by n minus x bar the whole square. Now the next method is shortcut method. In that first is A. What is A? It is assumed mean, and C is called the class length. Then di is xi minus a by c. We can take a notation ui also. So ui equal to xi minus a by c. So now the standard deviation formula in terms of ui will be under root of summation of fi into ui square by n minus summation of fi ui upon n the whole square into c, where c is called the class length. Now the next is coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation is defined as the quotient obtained when the standard deviation is divided by the mean, and it is denoted by Cv equal to S upon x bar. It is usually expressed in percentage, so we can write Cv, that is the coefficient of variation, equal to S upon x bar into 100. Now, a sequence of observation whose coefficient of variation is small. A sequence of observation whose coefficient of variation is small is said to have less dispersion, or it is said to be more stable. And a sequence of observation whose coefficient of variation is large. If it is large, then it is said to have a more dispersion, or it is said to be less stable, right? Also, the mean of first n natural number is n plus 1 by 2. Next is standard deviation of first n natural number is given by the formula under root of n square minus 1 by 12. Now, variance of x1, x2 up to xn be v of x, be a non-zero real number, then the variance of a1 x1 plus a x2 up to a xn is a square v of x, right? So this formula we can use for 1 mark objective question. Now we'll start solving the question of our textbook. So in that first question is to find the standard deviation of the following data. As you can see, this data is ungrouped data, right? First is 6, 7, 12, 13, 4, 8, 12. So these are called xi's, right? So according to the formula, standard deviation formula is under root of summation of xi minus x bar the whole square divided by n. So we can see that first step is to find x bar, right? So first we'll find the mean. To calculate the mean, what is the formula? We'll do the addition or summation of xi divided by the total number of the observation. So x bar equal to summation of xi divided by n. So when we do the total of 6 plus 7 plus 10 plus 12 plus 13 plus 4 plus 8 plus 12, we get 72 divided by the 8. 8 is the number of the observation and the answer is 9. So now we'll make a column xi minus x bar. Xi is 6, 6 minus 9 is minus 3, 7 minus 9 is minus 2, 10 minus 9 is 1, 12 minus 9 is 3, and so on. And here you can see we got a column of xi minus x bar, that is first observation is minus 3, minus 2, 1, 3, 4, then minus 5, minus 1, 1, 5 and 3. Again xi minus x bar is minus 3, minus 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 1 and minus 3. Square of this will give xi minus x bar the whole square. So minus 3 the whole square is 9, minus 2 the whole square is 4, 1 the whole square is 1, 3 the whole square is 9, 4 the whole square is 16, minus 5 the whole square 25, minus 1 the whole square 1 and 3 the whole square is 9. Now again we'll do the total of this last column to find the standard deviation. So standard deviation formula is S is equal to under root of xi minus x bar the whole square divided by n. And when we do the total, here 9 plus 4 plus 1 plus 9 plus 16 plus 25 plus 1 plus 9. The answer is 74 divided by the total number of the observation is 8. Taking root of that number, we get 9.25 root, that is equal to 3.04. So the standard deviation is 3.04. Now the next question is to find the standard deviation of the following data. Xi's are 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And Fi is 3, 10, 20, 17, 22, 16, 13, 9 and 15. Right? So here we are going to make use of the shortcut method. Right? So here first we will draw a column of Xi and Fi. Right? Next step is to, according to the shortcut method formula is under root of Fi di square upon n minus summation of Fi di upon n the whole square. So we need to find di. What is di? Di can be calculated using a formula di equal to xi minus a. Right? So first step is to choose a from xi. So here you can see we have taken a as 14. Right? So 10 minus 14 is minus 4, 11 minus 14 is minus 3, 12 minus 14 is minus 2, 13 minus 14 is minus 1, 14 minus 14 is 0, 15 minus 14 1, 16 minus 14 2, then 17 minus 14 3, 18 minus 14 is 4. Square of this will give di square. So start squaring, minus 4 the whole square 16, minus 3 the whole square 9, minus 2 the whole square 4, minus 1 the whole square 1, 0 the whole square 0, 1 the whole square 1, 2 the whole square 4, 3 the whole square 9, 4 the whole square 16. Now according to the formula we need FIDI, right? First step is to calculate FIDI. So we'll multiply the second column with fourth column. Second column and third column will multiply, then last column is for multiplication of Fi into Di square, that is second column multiply with the fourth column. And here you can see that we have calculated the value. FIDI is minus 12, minus 30, minus 40, minus 17, 0, 16, 26, 27, 20. Do the total of this. Summation of this column gives minus 10. Similarly, we'll find FIDI square, right? That is second column multiply with fourth column gives 48, 90, 80, 17, 0, 16, 52, 81, 80. Again, total of this column is 464. Now we'll substitute all the values in the formula. Formula is S equal to under root of FIDI square upon n minus summation of FIDI upon n the whole square. So 464 divided by 115. 115 is obtained when we do the total of Fi. So here we'll get summation of Fi equal to 115, right? Then FIDI is what? It is minus 10 upon 115 the whole square. Then when 464 is divided by 115, we get the answer as 4.0347 minus 10 the whole square upon 115 the whole square is 0.0869 the whole square. Then subtracting, we get the answer as under root of 4.0272. Root of this number is 2.007. So the standard deviation value is 2.007. Now the next question is to find the standard deviation of the following data. Xi is 6, 10, 14, 18, 24, 28 and 30. Fi is 2, 4, 7, 12, 8, 4, 3. Right? So first step is to make a column for Fi and Xi. So here we'll write 6, 10, 14, 18, 24, 28, 30. Fi is 2, 4, 7, 12, 8, 4, 3. Addition of this is 40. Next column is FIXI, right? So when we multiply these two columns, we get 12. 10 into 4 is 40. 14 into 7 is 98. 18 into 12 is 216. 24 into 8 is 192. 28 into 4 is 112. 30 into 3 is 90. Again, total of this whole column is 760. Next is Di equal to Xi minus A, right? So for that we need to choose A, and A is, or we can modify our formula with Di equal to Xi minus X bar, right? So for X, the first step is to calculate X bar. Then X bar is what? It is summation of Xi Fi divided by n, that is 760 divided by 40 is 19, right? So here we will write that X bar is 19. So here Di is what? It is Xi minus X bar. So 19 minus 6 will give you minus 13. 10 minus 19 is minus 9. 14 minus 19 minus 5. 18 minus 19 minus 1. 24 minus 19 is 5. 28 minus 19 is 9. 30 minus 19 is 11. Next column is for Di square. The last is Fi into Di square. So Di, 13 the whole square 169, 9 the whole square 81, 5 the whole square 25, minus 1 the whole square 1, 5 the whole square 25, 9 the whole square 81, 11 the whole square 121. Now Di into Fi is Fi Di square. So second column multiply with fifth column. Second column multiply with fifth column gives 388, 324, 175, 12, 8 into 25, 200, 4 into 81, 324, 3 into 121, 363, and total of whole column is 1736. Now standard deviation formula is under root of summation of fi di square divided by n is 1736 whole under root of 40 is under root of 43.60, which is equal to 6.58. So standard deviation value is 6.58. Now the next question is to find the standard deviation of the following. Here we can see it is for the continuous frequency distribution. Class and frequency is given. So first we'll draw the column. First is for class, then frequency, xi. Xi is called the mid value of the class, right? So here we'll write from 30 to 40, 40 to 50, then 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, and last is 90 to 100. Write down the fi. First is 3, 7, 12, 15, 8, 3, 2. First step is to calculate the xi. Xi is will add lower boundary and upper boundary divided by 2. So 30 plus 40 is 70. 70 divided by 2 is 35. And if you see the difference is of 10, 10. So we'll go on adding 10 so that we can obtain whole xi column. So next will be 45, then 55, 65, 75, 85, 95. Now ui. Ui is what? It is xi minus a divided by c column. Right? So for that I have to choose a. What is a? A you have to choose from xi. We have taken a to be 65. Right? So 35 minus 65 divided by 10 gives minus 3. Then 45 minus 65 divided by 10 is minus 20 divided by 10 is minus 2. 55 minus 65 divided by 10 is minus 10 divided by 10. So we get the answer as 1, minus 1. Then 0. 65 minus 65 divided by 10 is 0. 75 minus 65 divided by 10 is again 10 by 10. So we get answer as 1. 85 minus 65, 20. 20 divided by 10 is 2. And last is 3. Next column is for FIUI. And the last column is FIUI square. So here we'll make a new column that is for UI square. So we'll go on squaring the number. So minus 3 the whole square is 9, minus 2 the whole square is 4, minus 1 the whole square 1, 0 the whole square 0, 1 the whole square 1, 2 the whole square 4, 3 the whole square 9. Now we'll calculate FIUI, right? That is FI, second column multiply with fourth column. So here we get minus 9, then minus 14, minus 12, 0, 8, 6, 6. Total of this column gives minus 15. Next is that frequency column multiplied with UI square so that we can obtain FIUI square. That is 3 multiplied with 9 gives 27. 7 multiplied with 4 is 28. Similarly, next you will get the answer as 12, then 0, 8, 12, 18. And again total of this whole column is 105. Right. Now we'll calculate x bar. X bar is what? It is a plus summation of fi ui divided by n into c. A we have chosen as 65 plus fi ui is what? It is minus 15 upon total of frequency. Frequency is 50. That is, here we'll write down it is 50 into class difference is of 10, 10. Solving this we get the answer as 62. So x bar is 62. Now we'll calculate the standard deviation. First we'll write down the formula. formula is summation of fi uy square divided by n minus x bar the whole square, that is under root of 105 by 50 minus 15 upon 50 the whole square, right? So calculation into 10, that is C into 10. So we get the answer as under root of 2.10 minus 0.09, which is equal to into 10 is equal to under root of 2.01 into 10 is equal to 14.18. So the standard deviation is 14.18.